Well, the first thing to do is dispense with the verification criterion.
Meaning what?
Well, there was this tradition in early 1900s philosophy called logical positivism.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Logical positivism is all about the verification criterion of meaning. They got that from Hume and developed it a bit. According to the verification criterion, a statement is meaningless unless it can be verified in sensory experience. But they were missing something from Hume. Did you cover Hume in this class?
Yeah, we did.
Do you remember what Hume said about causality?
That everything we learn from science depends on the proposition that cause and effect exist.
Right. What else?
And that we don't know that, the way we know the truths of mathematics or anything like that. We know it from experience.
But there's a catch.
Yeah, we don't really know that from experience either. We infer it from experience using inductive reasoning.
Which is what?
It's how we make conclusions about what we have not experienced from what we have.
But it only works if we really can.
Right.
And the principle that says we really can is
the principle of induction.
right. But we don't really know that either, do we?
Not according to Hume. We infer the principle of induction from the uniformity of nature.
Meaning?
The principle that things always work the same way in nature, or according to the same laws of physics.
But we haven't experienced all of nature, have we?
No. And Hume also explains that we can't argue that induction has worked in the past, or that nature has always been uniform in the past, and therefore those principles will work in the future.
Right, that would be circular reasoning.
So, he says, the only reason we do believe in induction, uniformity of nature, and causality is, well, I forget the word.
Custom, or habit. I think the word instinct is just as good.
Right, custom. And that's why we don't really know anything about the world. And why Hume is a skeptic.
But what kind of skeptic?
Well, we should believe in these things, he says. But we should admit that we don't have any good evidence for them. We haven't learned them from experience, and all knowledge about the world outside the mind has to come from experience.
Right. So what kind of skeptic is he?
Not the kind of skeptic who doesn't believe in an orderly world, but the kind of skeptic who thinks we don't have knowledge of it.
Very well summarized. Okay, that's the right background information. And that's why the logical positivists were wrong about the verification criterion of meaning.
Sorry. You lost me.
Okay, it's like this.